Hello and welcome to this life transforming masterclass. My name is Fidelis. This is lesson 4. Today I want us to focus on your role as the writer of your own movie. Last lesson we looked at your role as a director. And to be honest, whether your life turns out to be a comedy, a romance, horror, a thriller, it's entirely up to you. Whatever category you want, it's entirely up to you. And if you are serious about it, you can start today. I'm going to teach you how. For many of us, we have accumulated habits that are eating us from the inside out, and we are really not aware of it. I'll give you an example. So let me speak on my behalf. In the past, I'd wake up in the morning and the first thing I do is reach for my phone. And so I'd check, maybe WhatsApp status. Oh my God, okay, cute. And then, oh my God, is my friend supporting this candidate that I don't support politically? That makes me feel a certain way, and now I feel feelings that are like not good. Oh my God, someone had an accident. I start feeling feelings again that are not good. And then go on Instagram. Okay, cute. Oh my God, how is this person doing so much better than me? Again, feelings that are not good to feel. Then, okay, someone saw that I was online, now they're calling me. Hello? What, you need money? What happened? Your child is sick? Oh, all right, let me just check what I have and I'll see what I can do. And then I hang up and I'm like, why does everyone feel that because I'm working extra hard to earn my money, that I owe them a piece of what I'm making? Again, feeling really off. And then the phone starts ringing and it's the bank. I owe them some money that I haven't paid. So, I'm not picking that up. So put the phone aside, turn the TV on, and then, okay, all right, oh my God, 4 kids in a mass shooting in school. Oh, why is the world so horrible? This is not fair. What happened? Who raised them? And now I'm getting on my computer researching who is this person. Again, it's not good feeling. Let's be honest, the stories in the news, 9 out of 10 are fear-inducing, anger-inducing, bring you sadness. And occasionally there'll be a cat stuck on a tree and the firefighters go get it and hey, it's good for everybody. Most of the time, the news, because they want to make sure they get as many views as possible, they try to evoke an emotion out of you. And the easiest emotion to evoke are the low vibrational ones. And so before I even take my breakfast, I'm already feeling off. My body's feeling off. I feel like I'm already carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders, and I'm only one person. And as I stumbled upon my spiritual path, I started to realize that consciously, I was giving up my free will every day. I was giving up my free will to the environment every day. I was doing it to myself. I was the one picking up my phone. I was the one turning on the TV. I was the one that was getting on the computer and researching all these crazy, horrific things that are going on around the world. And so I would end up feeling really, really awful. And if I'm feeling off, that means I'm already feeling angry, upset, sad, depressed. And so when I go about my day and I meet somebody out there who probably, makes a mistake, they receive all the wrath that I have contained in my human container. That means my response to the world was not always equivalent to what the world was giving me. I was loading myself with all these negative emotions, okay? And then waiting, subconsciously, waiting for someone to trigger me in any way, and then they would receive that wrath. And most of the people would be the people close to me, and my husband being number one. So I had to take a deep breath, call myself for a meeting, and I realized that in the name of, hey, I'm trying to get connected to the world, I was actually disconnecting from myself. And so if you're like me, you start your day feeling irritable, feeling really off. You wake up in the morning, reach for your phone, and God knows what's on it. God knows what's on the news. God knows. what problems people will call you with. And that in turn gets you in a very irritable mood. Well, I'm here to tell you that it doesn't matter how much knowledge you've accumulated. It doesn't matter how much wealth you have. It doesn't matter where you are in life. The moment you give in to the environment, first thing in the morning, you might as well go back to sleep and try again tomorrow. And why am I saying this? You know, the feeling you feel in your body, that is very important for you as a human being at any given time. Reason being, you are like a magnet. What you feel is what you attract. That's why you are a human being. Your state of being involves your feeling. And so if you're feeling sad, the universe, which is, what I would call an ever faithful servant, will essentially say, oh my God, so Fidelis is feeling sad. That means she's looking for more things to feel sad about. Let's give her more. And so you get a flat tire on your way to work. You get extra duties at work. Your child ends up getting sick on that day. Name it. And so if you recall in lesson 1, I did stress the importance of gathering knowledge, information, so as to improve the quality of your thoughts, so that it could essentially improve the quality of your actions and improve the quality of your life. But I'm here to tell you that it doesn't matter how much knowledge you've accumulated. The moment you wake up and you go straight for your phone, you might as well call it a day, go back to sleep and try again tomorrow. I said it. Because let's be honest, you can't really control your environment, but you can control what you take in from your environment. And what I'm saying is, by doing this every day, you make it a habit. And this habit has you feeling off. And when I say feeling off, I'm actually meaning about off your center. Assuming that your center is, a place of joy, a place of love, a place of peace, safety, your happy place. These bad feelings influence your thoughts, okay? And your thoughts influence your well-being. Think about this. If you're feeling sad, only sad thoughts can come through. If you're feeling happy, only happy thoughts can come through. And if you're feeling frustrated, only thoughts of pure frustration can come through. And we communicate with the universe using our thoughts. Your thoughts are actually the most important piece of you right now, especially now that you've chosen to take the path of progression, okay? The universe is what I would call a very faithful servant that doesn't ask questions, that doesn't argue, doesn't look to see what's right or wrong. The servant just follows orders, and your thoughts give these orders. So it goes something like this. Oh, I'm feeling so sad. I can't believe someone went out to this school and shot and killed 2 kids. Oh my God, how are their parents feeling? What is wrong with the world? And then your servant says, oh, hold on, so Fidelis is feeling really sad. Sadness, sadness, sadness. Let's give her more things to be sad about. She is feeling sad. So again, Fidelis will wake up on her way to work, probably get a flat tire. And it's like, oh, I can't believe I got a flat tire. Again, all right, she's really enjoying these feelings. And so Fidelis goes to work, and obviously she's late, and the boss yells at her, and she's like, oh, I can't believe, you just keep going lower and lower and lower, and the universe keeps giving you things to keep going lower about. And soon you'll hear Fidelis says, so this is me on my phone, like, oh, babe, I can't believe, so this morning this happened, and now this happened, and this happened, and that happened, and I'm feeling so sad. It's true, when it rains, it really pours. And if you have a supportive partner, the best response here would be, yeah, I know when it rains, it really pours, but you're in control of your seasons. So how about you find something that's going to make you happy right now? And my number one go-to, hey, let's go dance. So put on my best music, probably go to the bathroom, looking in the mirror, dancing, singing. And suddenly I can feel my spirit coming up to a level of, hey, I got this. I will not allow anything in my environment to take me away from my center. If vibrations start to rise and I'm in a place where I feel happy, I feel centered, okay? But then I have to ask myself, so where did all this start? Where did all this start? It started with me reaching out for my phone, with that message that I read first thing in the morning. And so I will not do that again. I'm making a personal commitment that when I wake up, I'm in control of my day. And so this is what prompted me to start taking control of my day. Waking up in the morning, getting my book and pen, trying to visualize my day, trying to plan my day, writing, checking off what I need to do today, and taking a nice shower, singing all the way, dancing all the way, getting ready, getting in the car and driving off. And then after having stuck to this new habit, somehow things around me no longer bothered me. The realization that these habits that you have are not helping you should prompt you to want to do better. And so that's why I come in to help you get yourself free from that cycle of self-destruction that you've been on. So to do this, you have to go beyond the analytical mind. You have to go beyond the conscious mind, where you're always reacting. Something happens and you're reacting. So between something happening and you reacting, there is a space there. In that space, I ask you, take a deep breath. And as you take this breath, you have to say to yourself, I am choosing the path of joy and inspiration. So if something does not bring me joy or inspire me to be better, I want nothing of it. And so this allows you to use this as a filter for anything that comes to you. So someone comes up and says, oh my God, did you see this news? Hold up. Is it bad news? Yes. All right. So if it's not going to bring me joy or inspire me, I think I can live without it. Let me give you an example. Y meets X, okay? Y is really in love with X. X is really in love with Y, right? And Y is so happy, can visualize a future with X, can see themselves raising a family with X, just so in love, so happy, feeling safe, feeling every feeling that, you know, a good marriage brings to you. So one day, X does something that gets Y upset. And because Y really wants to make this work, Y says, you know what, I will gather myself, I will ask X for a nice meeting of, you know, personal growth, and I will bring my concerns. And so the day comes, so now it's evening, it's Y and X talking, and Y says to X, I am not happy that you did this to me. I feel very broken that you did this to me. I love you so much, but I'm having a hard time dealing with what you just did. And I just wanted to let you know that it makes me feel so sad. And I understand that everybody makes mistakes, okay? And I know, and I'm hoping that this was a mistake. And I don't appreciate it, and I wish you don't do this again. But then X has never been comfortable feeling vulnerable. And instantly, X feels triggered. And then instantly, X gets more upset at the fact that Y found out what they did, and Y has approached them with what they did. And they are not the kind to apologize. And so because X knows how much Y values them, how much Y loves them, X says, you know what? I don't want to be in this relationship anymore. You know, probably because they're hoping, if I opt out, then Y is going to come begging me to come back. And on a subconscious level, it would be okay what I did to Y, because I know Y cannot live without me, because Y is so loving, adores me, and so I'll opt out. And so Y has two options. Option number one, and Y says, I'm so sad. I really loved X so much. I gave X everything that is me. I devoted my time, my energy, my soul, and X did me wrong. But X will not apologize. If I can do all I can and still be treated like this, and I am aware of my feelings and I don't want to feel off, that means I can no longer be in this relationship. As a matter of fact, I don't want any relationship. And so fast forward, X is actually the X. And so Y decides, I will never love again. And so when social circles and the topic of relationships come up, Y is the first person to say, yeah, screw that, I am not interested. As a matter of fact, my X did this, and refrain from people from that tribe, refrain from people from that age group, refrain from people that look like this, because they will hurt you. But as Fidelis, I can quickly realize what's going on here. Y was hurt and sought to get an apology and did not get it, and instead based all of their future from this situation, meaning he or she will judge all future relationship based on this experience that he or she had with this person. And because this breakup caused such a strong emotional reaction from Y, that means it was so imprinted into their subconscious mind. And I'm sure they thought about it over and over again. And when you think about something, you think about what you could have done different. You start to blame yourself, then you don't blame yourself. It's like an argument, but it's all within you. It's an internal struggle. And so constantly thinking about this allows this to keep growing and occupying a bigger space in their mind, in their energy field. And the more this grows on them, it becomes their mood. I'm really upset that I did everything I could and this person still did this to me. I am bitter. I am feeling bitter. And if Y maintains this mood over a period of time, it now becomes a temperament. And if Y continues to exhibit this temperament for an extended amount of time, it now becomes their personality trait. And this personality trait quickly turns into the personal reality. And so Y becomes the person that got left, the person that got dumped. And Y decides, you know what? This is where it ends. This is the hill I choose to die on. This is how I choose to go down in history as a very bitter man or woman who got left by their spouse that they loved so much. The community starts saying, alirogwa. The community starts saying, oh, she or he was so beautiful, was so self-contained, was just a very good person to be around before they met X. And I think X did something, hinting at witchcraft that caused Y to be the person that he or she is now. Look at them. Nobody will want to be around them. And because Y has chosen to be bitter when it comes to the topic of love, as the writer of his or her own life, that's it. In the chapter of love, Y assumes the position of the one that got left and gives up any other experience. So now, option 2, all right? Again, so they're having a meeting and X says, you know what, I can't believe this. I don't want you in my life anymore. And Y goes, what? Wait, what? You hurt me. You did something bad to me. And I brought this to your attention, seeking an apology. Because think about it. We are humans. We all make mistakes. I can forgive a mistake. And because I don't want it to become a pattern. And so Y says, what? You want to leave me? X says yes. Again, remember how I said action, reaction, in between, take a deep breath? So X has done their action, said they're leaving you. Your reaction is to be like, how dare you, all right? But because you are operating from your center, before you react, you take a deep breath. And Y says, so you want to leave me because you hurt me, and because you hurt me, I came to you seeking an apology, but you will not give me an apology. That means you want this to become a pattern. I can forgive a mistake, but I cannot let myself forgive a pattern, because a pattern means you're consciously making the decision to continue to do this to me. I know I'm lovable, I'm beautiful, I'm handsome. I have so much love to give, but I'm not going to throw it away to someone that doesn't deserve it. And so it's okay if you want to leave me, because as long as you're here, I cannot get myself to look at another person. So you leaving me is making it easier for me to find the right person to give my love to. And so why gives themselves that permission to go through those feelings? Because you can't know someone for such a long time and then suddenly unknow them. It takes a process. So if you've known someone for 12 years, it will probably take you about 6 years to completely let go. But the starting point of that is allowing those emotions to come up. Those emotions of, I'm so hurt, I feel so hurt, I feel so broken, I feel so cheated. And it's okay, cry if you have to. And then create your own fortress. Don't allow this person that hurt you anywhere near you. There's the block function on your phone. So first of all, block them. And so it's the next morning you wake up and don't reach for your phone. Instead, get a book and a pen and write out your emotion. Whatever you feel, write it all out. Whatever you think you need to tell that person, write it all out. You know, people think that they need closure. I'm here to tell you, you can give yourself that closure with just a pen and a paper. Write it all out, pour your heart out. Take that paper and then burn it. And consider that done. And now start focusing on your next love. And remember how in option 1, the society was pointing fingers, saying, oh, he or she used to be such a good person before they met he or she. And since that breakup, Y has really not been the same. Look at Y, he or she is really deteriorating, blah, 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 blah. Now, because you have healed from within, your environment has no option but to adjust. Because instead of getting worse and worse, you're going to get better and better. Guys, have you seen Y lately? Y realized that their ex did that to them because their ex was going through unresolved trauma within themselves. I'm glad that Y realized that their ex could be out there doing the same thing to their next partner. I'm glad that Y finally realized that this breakup was bound to happen. You know, X is not really a good person. There's really nothing that could have been done because X was simply not ready for real love. And they decided to heal themselves from the trauma they went through having dated X. And why is it important to heal yourself? It's important to heal yourself because when you heal yourself, those feelings of, I feel hurt, I feel broken, once you start healing, they become whole again. You're back to your center. And those feelings, again, now you're thinking, I'm worth love. I can't wait to meet the love of my life. And so the universe, the ever faithful servant says, ooh, Y is ready for love. He or she feels very worth of love. He or she feels loving. So let's match her with other people who are like that. And so suddenly, Y has all these people pursuing her. And now it's up to her to decide who is going to be my next lover. And so in reviewing these two options, you do realize now that there's always an option that brings you progress in life. There's always an option that brings you growth in life. If you were to face everything with that kind of a mindset, a growth mindset and not a victim mindset, you can go through anything. As a matter of fact, that is what has brought me to where I am right now, to be able to sit here and teach you about this. And so your personal goal in life, if you were to state that if something doesn't bring me joy or inspire me to be better, I don't want it. That statement aligns you with the vibrations that match your soul, with the vibrations that match your higher self. In the second option, you do realize that Y has decided that they will no longer look into their future, anticipating the worst case scenario. They will not blame X. They will not blame their ex's religion, their ex's tribe, their ex's age group, their ex's financial situation, their ex's looks. They will not go around saying, don't date people of this kind, don't date people of this kind, because they actually look at these incidents as something isolated. In short, your ex does not represent the team that you think he represents. He or she does not represent men or women of a certain age group. He or she does not represent people of a certain tribe. He or she does not represent people of certain schooling level. So Y is choosing to look at a future that is not based on the experience that Y had. And so instead, Y is opening up their mind for new possibilities that are not related to anything in the past. You see, with our bodies, we are afraid to try new. We are afraid to do anything different. We always want what is safe, familiar, and secure for us. So an example, if someone of the Kikuyu tribe hurt me, my ego wants to stay away from that tribe completely. So that means if I get a job and my boss is Kikuyu, I'm most likely to say, no, let me keep searching. Although deep down, I know how much I need a job, but my lack of understanding can hold me back from my personal growth. Y is consciously understanding that hurt people, and so you can only love someone to the extent of which you love yourself. And if you let yourself go through certain things, that means you don't love yourself enough, and it's impossible for you to love me. Y is consciously understanding that people will only treat you as good as they feel. Because if I'm feeling irritable, if I'm feeling angry because, hey, maybe I saw a couple of things this morning that I didn't like, then I can only treat you as good as I feel. So Y is consciously committing to himself or herself, saying, I don't want to continue the trend of hurting other people. It stops with me. I choose to grow. I choose to see the reality of things. I choose to know when to walk out when I'm no longer needed. So my advice here is, if you've ever experienced what I just described and you went with option 1, I want to remind you that the world actually has honest people. There's people out there that are committed to healing. There's people out there that believe that being vulnerable is actually strength. There's people out there who are completely honest with their feelings. These people listen to their gut feelings regardless of what religion, society, school system has taught them. They believe in the power within themselves. And if these people walk into your life, I'm urging you to create time for these people. Invest in that relationship. Date them if you must. Marry them if you deem fit. But whatever the case, I'm simply asking you, don't let them go. These people are in your life to help you grow, to help you find that inner strength within you, to help you find that creator within yourself. These kind of people walk into your life and they support you from a holistic perspective. They want to see you grow and flourish mentally, financially, physically, spiritually. And looking at the world right now, it's horrific. We all need a reliable and knowledgeable friend to support us through it. Someone to remind you to keep shining your light when you feel like it's not worth doing it. It is in times like this that you need to focus on feeling better. The feeling, that's the secret part. The feeling that you feel is what will bring you that which you need. But you see, society has taught us that when someone hurts you, keep your mouth shut, don't talk about it, because you're probably going to say something that's going to be, stepping on someone else's toes. I say, if me being quiet means that I'm acceptable to the team could represent religion, society, the school system, your family. If me shutting up about my feelings means that I'm acceptable to the team, and simultaneously means that I'll be crumbling inside, I would rather be strong on the inside and not be on anybody's team, because my team is enough. I am enough. I will always be enough. I believe that. And the moment you believe that for yourself, you'll see how far that's going to take you. Whoever is meant to prosper with you will always be in your life. Whoever is meant to be with you will always be in your life, and there's nothing you can do to get them off your life, because they are meant to be in your life. And whoever is not meant to be in your life, you could bend your back backwards. You could break your feet trying to carry them. and they'll still be opting to leave every chance they get. Gather your energy back home. Gather your energy back to yourself. You are enough. You are all you need. Just you. This is what happens when you speak up. When you speak up, you are releasing those emotions. If someone has hurt me, now I feel hurt. For me to move this hurt out of my body, it means I need to speak it out. And this goes like, hey, I did not like it when you did this. It got me feeling hurt. I don't like feeling hurt. So could you please not do this again? And the only reason why you should choose to keep your mouth shut is if you're relying on this person that hurt you to provide your basic needs. In that case, the lesson there is figure out a way to start providing for yourself so you don't have to rely on this person who ends up treating you so badly. And the moment you are independent, the moment you are able to provide your basic needs, again, refer to the first lesson in the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. The moment you're independent with that, you should not ever take any crap from anybody. Say it as it is and move on. Don't hold anything in you. You see, emotions is energy in motion. Emotion. And the moment someone hurts me and I decide to keep that hurt within me, what I'm doing in that case is I'm stagnating. I'm having that emotion stop moving. I'm housing it within me. And what happens to water that's stagnant? It starts attracting mosquitoes and all the nasty stuff you can think of. It's the same thing with you. The moment you are holding on to an emotion like pain, anger, it starts to stagnate in your body. And your body, which was like at ease, comfortable, peaceful, happy, starts experiencing chaos. And that's where you come from ease to dis-ease. And humanity has labeled these diseases, diseases as cancer, diabetes, name it, even the common cold. But if it starts from within, doesn't it make sense to start healing it from within? Because we are human beings and we've been conditioned to believe that we are human beings, right? We adjust our body and we use our senses in this physical dimension. So when someone presents you with a pill and says, here's a pill, it helps with diabetes, you take it. Because you can physically see it, you can taste it, you swallow it, you take it, and you believe you'll get better. But not everybody gets better. They don't tell you about all the placebo experiments that they do, where they give two patients who have the same issue, two separate pills. One is fake, one is the real pill. And sometimes, most times, the fake pill ends up healing the disease that the person has. So you almost have to ask yourself, is it the pill that's healing you? Or is it the belief that you took the pill that's healing you? And if you're like me and you understand it's the belief that you took the pill that's healing you, that means you can learn to harness that belief. You don't have to have a pill in your hands to believe that you'll get healed. Because that disease started from within. There's something you didn't process. There's something you're blind to. There's something you're completely not willing to look at. And so it starts manifesting in your physical body. Side note here, I'm talking from the perspective of a registered nurse. I worked in America as a registered nurse. I administered medications to patients in their own homes and patients in nursing homes. Some patients had as many as 17 pills. 1, 2, 3, up to 17. But when you look at these pills, from a nurse's perspective, I'm seeing this medication has a side effect. And so the patient starts complaining of the side effect and the doctor prescribes a medication to reduce the side effect. But the prescription that the doctor writes to reduce the side effect of the first medication also has a side effect. And the patient complains of that side effect and the doctor continues to prescribe a medication that's now treating the side effect of a side effect. That's a bottomless hole. And I know there's not enough adverts out there that tell you this medication is not good for you. But there's so many adverts out there telling you that this medication is good for you. And so an email is sent months later, so and so expired. We are taking a moment of silence. It's sad. It's really, really sad. But you know what? Remember that prayer God, give me the serenity to change the things that I can and to accept the things that I can't, and the wisdom to know the difference. And so this is me saying, I cannot fight the pharmaceutical companies. I have no desire to start a battle with the pharmaceutical companies. I am choosing to focus my energy on what I can change. And since that's a battle I have no desire to join, I am focusing all my energy to change the things that I can by doing what I can. And that's why I'm here. And so my question to you today is your environment creating your reality? Is what you're experiencing in your everyday life creating your life? Or is your mind, what you're thinking about, what you're choosing to focus on, creating your life? My personal secret is, if you really want to be happy in life, learn to disconnect from your environment. Learn to connect to yourself within yourself. Go within yourself and utilize the power of creation within you to create the life you really want and desire. Remember, you can only make a connection with someone else as deep as you've made a connection within yourself. So if you don't really know yourself, if you don't really know your worth, how do you expect yourself to see someone else's worth? How do you expect yourself to know another? Resolve things within yourself first, and you'll notice that your environment starts to adjust. Everything good takes time. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. You remember earlier I said that the key is to relax and take it easy. If you were to relax and take it easy and be patient with the conviction that anything that you believe you desire will make its way to you in divine order at God's time, then you have nothing to worry about. Because it is when you are relaxed, taking it easy, that you are completely connected to the source. Everything comes to you effortlessly. You are one with the flow of life. Things happen in your life when you want them to happen without much effort. But let's be honest, if you've lived the majority of your life where your environment dictates what your life is like, the moment you decide to start thinking, to start creating your environment from within, your body is going to resist you. It's always going to tell you, oh, we can do it tomorrow. It's not worth. We can do it tomorrow. We can do it later. You know, your feelings, your body is used to doing something based on referencing that thing having happened in your past. Because you see, your body is used to having that memory, using something that happened in your past to dictate what you'll do in the future. But you have to remember there's so much experiences that you have not yet experienced. And if you allow your body to slow you down now, if you allow your body to say, let's not go to the gym today, we'll do it tomorrow, and you agree, it means you've pushed your dream of your dream body goal a bit farther from yourself. And that's a constant struggle. Realizing that you have to be open to new opportunities, new experiences when they present themselves. Do not be like the credit bureau agencies like TransUnion or CRB, where if you'd received a loan and you didn't pay it, then nobody will be willing to loan you any money because they label you as a risk. Because that's exactly what you're doing when you've dated a Kikuyu girl and then something happens, you know, your relationship doesn't work out, but then you start labeling every Kikuyu girl as though the girl you dated was their leader, as though there's a place where all the Kikuyu girls go to get trained to be just like your ex, and so you avoid them. Because if you were to do this, you will refuse to take opportunities, you will hold yourself back from progress because you're looking at the cover. You're looking at the container. You're looking at the cover of the book and judging it before you even read it. What your body wants is safety, familiarity, security. It wants to feel, okay, this is fine and safe. But I'm here to tell you that security, safety, familiarity is okay if you're an infant. You need that. But as an adult, you need to let go of your comfort zone. Nothing grows in your comfort zone. In fact, that's where all our adult dreams go to die. And if your goal is progressing your life, you need to really take custody of your dreams. Hold them and treat them like your own child. Don't let anyone or anything get in the way. And if anyone or anything gets in the way, look at them as the teacher. They're here to teach me a lesson. And as soon as I've learned that lesson, they'll no longer be in my way. It's just like a game when you're playing a game on the computer. You meet an obstacle and you keep failing at this level. But when you finally understand how to go around that level, you can't stop there. You have to keep going until you meet the next obstacle. And then learn to take everything with a grain of salt. There's always two sides of the story. Someone can completely treat you bad and yet go and give a different story. And when someone comes to complain to me, oh, I can't believe my ex did this, and I can't believe my ex did this, and my boss did this, I'm always very clear in asking, I know, I understand that all that happened in your life, but what role did you play? What did you do that triggered this? Because maybe that's what you should be focusing on. Don't worry about what the other person did to you, but what did you do? Whether it was before or after the person did what they did, but what did you do? Because that's all you have control over. The rest is commentary. It's not important. I am not God and I cannot pretend to be the source, but I do believe that God put a piece of himself within me. And that piece believes in karma. Good karma. If you do something good, it will always come back to you. If you do something bad, it will always come back to you. So whatever you're encountering, be it good or bad, it starts with you. So if you can be anything out there, focus on being a good human being. Because only then will good things start coming to you. Only those who have the audacity to sit down with themselves and ask themselves, so what role did I play here? What did I do that brought me to where I am? Recognizing that, and then making a commitment to yourself, and then saying, you know what, I will no longer do this. I did it, and it brought me here, and I'm not happy where I am. But now I know where I want to go. And so I will do better. I will be better. So that I can receive better and experience better. It's that simple. And then once you make that commitment to yourself, go about your life and then create time every day to just sit, relax, and take it easy. And then patiently, with conviction, believe that everything your heart desires will find you when the time is right. In short, I'm urging you to stop paying so much attention to your environment. The more you focus on it, the more it grows, the bigger it gets, and the more influence it has on you. I know you were brought up to think that, you pay money, you get goods. I say you pay attention, whatever you pay attention to, it grows. And so don't focus on anything unless you want to manifest it in your future. Your attention is your soul's equivalent of money. Do not pay attention to anything you don't want to manifest in your future. You have all it takes. You are enough. It is all within you. It is not outside of you. In fact, many of us associate being alone as being lonely or being bored. Many of us are not able to spend time alone. Many of us are always looking for things to focus on, like, I want to binge watch this movie, forgetting that whoever acted that movie made their money. They're out there enjoying, and yet you're complaining you have no money. But you're just going to sit there like 8 hours a day staring into a box. Once the movie is over, surprise, your reality is still the same. You should be investing your personal time in personal growth, because personal growth will take you far. And so it's important to restructure your life and stop assuming that what you're going through is what someone else is going through. Communication is the key. And that's when I heard the voice in my head saying, you know what? You could be alone and not be lonely. But it's worse if you're with somebody and you still feel lonely. Let that sink in. See, most people, when left alone, begin to feel lonely. They begin to feel bored. And so they look into the environment for stimulation. And They want something to numb them from the outside in, to make them forget that they are alone. And so they succumb to things such as watching porn, careless sex, alcoholism, drugs, when the effect of that which you choose to get lost in, when its effect reduces in your system, you come back to the same place. You are alone. How long are you going to be running away from yourself? What is it going to take for you to start looking within yourself? These people have completely given up their right as the writer of your own life. These people want nothing to do with their movie. They are okay being a supporting character in someone else's movie. But if you're ready to change, I suggest that you start scheduling in time for yourself. Time to be alone with yourself. I call this a time to sow. A time to put your dreams into focus, to think about them, to see if this is what I really want to achieve. What's the first step that I need to do towards that goal? Thinking about it, again, hold that thought in your mind. Relax your body. Be at ease. It is a time to put your manifesting seed into focus. A time to sit back, relaxing, at ease, and patiently, with so much conviction, believing that whatever your heart desires will come to you effortlessly when the time is right. Do this as many times in your day as you need to. Just as much as you go to the bathroom, make it a habit. Make it a habit, because this impresses upon your subconscious mind that that is what you want, that is what you desire. And if you say it enough, if you feel it enough, well, the universe, which is the ever faithful servant to you, will say, wow, it seems Fidelis really wants this car. So let's figure out a way to bring the car to her. How it's going to happen, it's not up to you. You just need to focus on the end result and then watch life happen. You go through life being a good human being and watch the magic happen.